In this part, I'm going to show you how to set up a project for intelligent objects and intelligent agents. So I'm starting with a very empty scene, new scene, which I saved on the hard drive. I named it demo. So let's start by creating a plane on which we position our agents, and let's set it to the initial to 0, 0, 0. Now we're going to create a new game object in which we will position all our static game objects. So this is purely for project organization, and we're gonna put a plane in there. Next step is to set up a simulation clock. So agents are controlled by basically as their schedule, so they execute specific activities at some time of the day. So we need to add this clock into the simulation. So we're gonna create a new game object in which we will store all the settings and objects that relate to configuration of different behaviors. So we'll rename these settings. And we already have the prefab for the clock, and it's stored in scripts, vAgent, day-night cycle, library, day-night. And so we just drag and drop it in here, and we see immediately that we get this change of color. So let's just delete this directional light, so the original one, and let's just put a new cube inside the simulation. And so now when I run the simulation, I can see that the day-night cycle started, the shadows are moving, and so on. You can configure the properties of a day-night in here, so you say how long is the day. In this case it's a half a minute, so 30 seconds is a day, 15 seconds is a night, which is a bit short. If you are not interested in seeing the sun movement, which in this case I'm not, I just click off this move sun, and I set the sun time to midday, which is okay. So when I run this, the sun will be set to 12, and it's not moving at all, right? So this is exactly what I wanted. Now the next bit, I'm gonna get rid of this cube. So we're gonna now create a new agent which will be spawned at a specific location. So I'm gonna create a new game object, empty one, which will represent the location at which the agent will be spawned. So I'm gonna call this spawn agent. The better name would be the spawn of the behavior, spawn and the name of the behavior that it's spawning, but it's okay. I add a gizmo behavior onto it so that I can actually see where the object is positioned. So this is fine for me. So this is a good location for the agent, and I'm gonna add a new spawn script on top of it. There's quite a few parameters, but they are quite self-explanatory. So first of all, I want to say which model do I want to represent this agent. If I do not specify this model, I have to specify a library of agents that can be used for the given spawn. So we'll get to that a bit later on. So for now, I'm just going to use some specific male model. So it's, for example, say male 5, which is good. So now when I run this, I get this null reference exception. So it's missing some bits, right? So if we double click on this, I'm seeing that I am missing some settings file, right? So what we haven't still done is in our settings, we actually add a new behavior called settings, which controls the simulation. Right? In here, I can specify some parameters, such as if I want to actually spawn all the agents, so this is like for debug purposes, or if I want to show the physiology GUI, I will show you what this affects later. And I have some other settings which are even easily extendable, right? So I'm gonna tell that I want to show the clones. Oops, but since I haven't done it when this was running, so I have to do it again. So now show clones. When I run this, hopefully I'll get my agent. Yes, there we go. So this spawned our agent, but I get another object reference exception, and that is it's missing another object which is called clones, because all the spawned agents will be parented to this object, so they are easily found. Right? That's perfect. So I have my object clones. I have this parented agent in there, so I'm happy with this. Right. So let me just put this guy in the center. There we go. Right. So I still miss quite a few things in order for this to run. So for example, I'm getting all the bunch of errors saying that, hey, scheduler is missing, so there is object reference missing, right? So there is no scheduler there. So let's set it up as well. So I go back to my spawn agent, and I see that there is no schedule given to the agent. So what I can do, I can just go in here and give it the base schedule. If I go to base schedule, it's a very simple schedule in which agent basically from 9 p.m. till 7 a.m. sleeps, then just does a simple wake up, and then from 7 till 9 it works. It can be changed at any given instance. And then the next bit is which I need to do is I need to tell what is the animation controller controlling the agent, so which animation can agent use. I will be using this simplified controller in Uruk project, and then I'm going to select the action set, right? So if I would run this, I will no longer get the scheduler error, but it is complaining, hey, that the demo agent has no action sets, right? So basically, agent is supposed to, if I pause this, agent is queuing work, so it's supposed to work. And, you know, for example, now it's also tired, but the problem is that agent does not know how to react to these events, right? So what I need to do, I need to add action sets into it. So I start with one, and I add something called physiology action set. If I click on that, I can see that this action set contains a set of different behaviors for different events. So if the agent is hungry, it will execute this behavior tree, right, the eat, which I have its implementation in here in Node Canvas, right? And then going back to spawn agents, physiology action set, I have actions for thirsty, tired, wake up, and so on. So if we run this now, we can see that the agent is complaining that there is a bunch of actions for which are missing for work and so on and so on, right? So what we need to do is in the spawn, we need to define an action for work. So we create a second action set, and we currently don't have that action set. So what we have currently is some physiology and the PotMaker action set. All right. So I'm going to create a new one. So I'm going to go into my action sets, and I'm going to go assets, create, scriptable object, and action set. This really ugly name, so I'm gonna go call this demo set, which is completely empty. So I'm gonna add a new one, and I'm gonna say, okay, I wanna react to the sensor schedule, so the scheduling sensor, and action work. What I'm still missing is a definition of what the agent should do in this case, right? So I don't have a behavior tree that will control what does it mean for agent to work. So I'm going to do exactly just that. So I'm going to go into assets, create Paradox Notion Node Canvas, and I'm going to create a new behavior tree. I'm going to call it demo tree. I'm also going to name it in here demo tree, so I get nice logs. And I'm going to edit a new behavior tree. And I'm going to just, for now, I'm going to create a new debug. So that will be new action. And then in that action, I'm going to do debug log text. And I'm going to say hello world is good. So now when I run this, I get my agent reacting to, oh sorry, I haven't assigned that tree, so going to spawn agent, and now this action set, I'm gonna assign the demo set, and in my demo set I need to assign this behavior tree called the demo tree. So now I clear this, I run this, and schedule work does not exist. Ah, maybe this is a big W. Actions for schedule work does not exist. Alright, let's see. There we go, and we have our hello world greeting in our agent. Right. In the next tutorial, we're going to take a look at how we can implement more sophisticated action than just writing on the screen.